Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Friday, July 4th, 2025. Happy 4th of July if you're in the U.S., if you celebrate. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss, right? We love that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. Spill tea deck. It's like a generic version of whatever the other one is. They're both generic decks. I got it off Amazon. I think 15-ish, maybe. Sorta, kinda. Possibly. We got 2 on the table. We got 3 on the table. Four on the table. Whew. All right. This is a doozy. 5 on the table. I came home, sat outside. It was not sunny, but I figured residual sun, right? Through the clouds. Because it was kind of rainy this morning, cloudy. Rain last night. I must have fell asleep for like, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes-ish. I wake up and it's pretty, it's not like crazy sunny, but it's sunny enough to, I can feel the heat, like from the sun. And I didn't have my sunglasses on. And I'm kind of like this. And I'm like, oh, how long have I been laying here in the sun? I probably sat there another half an hour. I'm not going to lie. My cheeks are a little red. My chest is a little red. Yeah. We got 6 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. We got 7 on the table. 1 more shuffle. Eight on the table. 9 with bottom of the deck. We're going to set that over there. We got crossing paths. Mixed signals. Karmic lesson. Unspoken desires. Push and pull. Playing both sides. I'll tell you in a second. Unspoken tensions unspoken tensions in the reverse. Control issues. And then bottom of the deck, boundaries respected. feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. So, like, this fell out, and I didn't think anything of it. Then playing both sides fell out, tension, whatever. As soon as I read this to you, and I set it down and I looked at it, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. My mom used to buy them for my dad all the time. We called them the Far Side books, and they were like cartoons, and they were like the Far Side collection. Like, whoever, I can't remember who the author was, but it was called The Far Side, and they would put out he would put out, I think it was a guy. He would put out books with cartoons, and sometimes they were political, sometimes it's satire, like what it's like, just cartoons, all different kinds of cartoons. And like the little people characters would look cartoonish, and the little animals and whatever. And they were usually, I think, like black and white. Sorry, I keep playing with my, it's driving me nuts, y'all. I'm almost tempted to take it out and put in my other one. I'm not gonna lie. And I've never done it myself, but I'm tempted because this is driving me insane. And I hate to go back to Danielle and be like, yeah, I changed my mind. I can't stand it. Because I like the way it looks. I just don't like the fact that, like, I'll wake up in the morning and it'll be like this. Or like it'll literally be up in my nostril. The Far Side. There was a book that my dad got, and I don't know if he got it for Christmas or his birthday or Father's Day. And it was like a flip book. So you could technically flip it. I think you could technically flip it, and it was one cartoon. If you just flip the pages. But each page was its own cartoon. And there was one where this kid, again, it's in black and white. This kid is like he walked up this little like step, like set of steps, and there's a door. And I think one side is push and one side is pull, right? Because one side you go in and one side you leave, if I'm not mistaken. And he's trying to like pull the push door, or he's trying to push the pull door. I can't remember, one or the other. And it says off to the side, like, like, I can't remember. They gave him a name. Like, Daniel was not a student of, the gifted, or something like that. Because this kid, like, and it says right on the door, like, that's the thing. Like, I think one is push and one is pull, right? Because you're going to push to go in, you're going to pull, and it said something like he's not from the school of the gifted, or maybe the building was the school of the gifted. Maybe that's what it was. And he that's what this is reminding me of. It was hilarious. It was a hilarious cartoon. And I bet you, if you Google The Far Side, I bet you could find that actual cartoon. I remember I used to look at that all the time too. Like, I would always look at that one. It always made me laugh. All right. So someone made a connection with another person, but there's mixed signals there. And while one or both of these people might think it's like a legit connection, it's a karmic lesson. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like, ooh, karmic lesson, like they're going to cheat on you and they're going to lie on you or blah, blah, blah. I don't even know, because to me, it's not even giving like an actual couple, like you actually got together, like these two people actually got together. It just gives like maybe like two people liking each other and kind of pussyfooting around. They're giving each other mixed signals. They're not coming together. It's a karmic lesson, because here's the thing. If these two people are interested in each other and they're dancing around each other, then why don't they say something? And eventually that connection's going to fade, right? And this person's going to go off in that direction, and this person's going to go off that direction. And it kind of it kind of gives off like a star-crossed lovers. So, like, they're not going to end up being together. It's a karmic lesson. Because technically, they probably could have been together. Here's the deal. These two people were really attracted to each other with the unspoken desires. And they felt emotions for each other. With the push and pull, like it was push, like they could both feel the attraction to one another, to each other. But it was, again, it was like that mixed signal. So it was like they feel that attraction, they feel that connection, but like they push it away because the other person, they feel the other person is giving mixed signals, and then the other person feels the other person is giving mixed signals, you know? It's the playing both sides to me is it's both sides. Like they're both attracted to each other, they're both sending out mixed signals, they're both push and pull, they both have a desire for each other, they both have emotions for each other. It's not one-sided, it's both sides. The unspoken tension in reverse, no, the tension is there, and they know the tension is there. They don't need to speak about the tension. The tension is there. When you're attracted to someone and it's unrequited, and you can tell the other person is attracted to you, you felt that, right? You felt that. That other person felt it too. You totally know that there's a connection there. You totally know there's a connection there. They both know there's a connection there. It's unspoken because they don't need to speak on it. It's there. It's palpable. Like when these two are near each other, like it's there. If people actually were to really watch these two people together and interact, there would probably be some questions. Like if these are two people that work in the same workplace, or if forbidden romance, right? Like the older brother's best friend, you know, or sister, whatever, doesn't matter. Who hasn't had that fantasy? I don't even have an older brother. I have a younger brother. I'm not gonna lie. I did have a little thing with a classmate of my brother's. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. That was before the ex-husband. That was before the boyfriend before the ex-husband. Yeah. Oh wow. You guys, I just had an epiphany moment. I just had an epiphany moment. I'll tell you when I'm done with this. Who? Yeah. So it gives off like they know that there's tension there, and if somebody were to see it, like I said, if family, friends, like if there was some type of connection there, coworkers, if they really paid attention to these two people, they would see it. They would see it, and there would be questions. There would be like, are you like with so and so? Like, are you two like the so part of this push and pull, part of this mixed signal, part of this tension is the fact that there's control issues. When I tell you about what my epiphany moment, it also has to do with this. I'm going to talk about that. Both of these people want to control the situation in whatever that means, right? So it could be like it could be like one person wants to make the first move, but they're not, like they haven't felt like they've had a comfortable moment to make the first move. It could be that one person over the other is typically like the lead in every relationship they've ever been in. And again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. If it's two males, two females, it doesn't matter. You know, some women are dominant, some men are dominant. Some men are submissive, some women are submissive. It doesn't matter. But maybe there's like a kind of like a how it's an unspoken tension. Maybe that's the unspoken tension, is they each are trying to control the situation and neither one of them wants to give. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. It's the sounds or whatever. I just left it on for the cats while I came in here. And the fun, okay, so here's the kicker. Here's the funny thing. All of this, right? All of this. Boundaries respected. And here's why. This is what it is. The other person respects your personal space and boundaries. Each of these people, there's unspoken tension, right? But it's not unspoken, it's there. There's desire, there's emotion. Each one of these people is putting off a mixed signal, or they feel like the other is, right? There's a control issue there for each of them because neither one of them like wants to give, neither one of them like wants to make the first move or something like that. But the funny thing is through all of this, really when you think about it, they respect each other's boundaries because they're not together. They're not together. Like there's this back and forth, this hem and haw, you know, like will they, won't they? But they keep not coming together. Like there's no progress there. But they respect each other's lives. And I'm going to talk about this in regards to my thing. So and let's just I'm just going to use hetero norms. It's just easy for me. All right, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. It doesn't even really matter. You know what? No, let's not do that. We'll do person A and person B. So person A, okay, and person B. There's tension there. They have feelings for one another. There's desire there. There's mixed signals. There's control issues. Neither one of them wants to give. Neither one of them wants to make the first move, whatever. The boundaries are respected. And here's what I mean by that. Person A, what if they're in a relationship? What if they're actually in a relationship? I'm not saying married and kids or anything, but what if they're dating somebody and these two people realize they like each other and person B knows that person A is in a relationship? Maybe that's why all this is happening. I don't get involved with people that are already with another person. And there's tension there. There's emotion there. There's some kind of desire, sexual desire. They both know it. They both know this person's in a relationship. This person's not going to make a move because this person's in a relationship. If this person if person A really wants person 2, person B, 1B, whatever, 1A, B, whatever, you know what I mean. See, now I got confused. I could have just used, okay, never mind. So this person would have to take control of the situation and break up with their girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, to get with this person. And they would have to make that move because this person thinks this person is still in a relationship with someone else. There, and this person recognizes that and this is just a theory, guys. This person recognizes that this person is single, and they know, that they don't want to hit on them or make a move on them because they're with somebody else. And you can change that. It doesn't have to be that person A is with another person. It could be like person A is older and person A and person B is younger. It could be that person, see, I like A and B better than 1 and 2. Okay, person A could be like an authority figure, like a teacher, and person B could be a student. And I'm not talking like little kids. I'm talking like, like a college professor and a college student. Or I'm not gonna lie, I had a crush on my high school English teacher in senior year. I he was married. I think he even had 1 kid. I mean, I was shameless. Like yeah. I would have let him hit it. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I've talked about this before. But it's something like that where there's something else going on there, and they respect each other's boundaries because, or I mean, it could just be that person A and person B, they're both single, but that's the thing, they're single. Like they have no commitment to one another. They haven't gotten together. They're kind of hemming and hawing and pushing and pulling, and there's tension, right? And there's control issues because neither one wants to cave and make the first move. But they respect the fact that each of them is single, and at the end of the day, they can go off and do whatever the hell they want. So here's my little side note, my own personal story for my epiphany moment. I literally just realized when I said that I had a little thing with a guy that was the same age as my brother, and they technically were in the same graduating class. I just realized that I think me telling people that I'm attracted to older men might be a cover story for the fact that I'm attracted to younger men. I think that might be the case, y'all. I think I might have had an epiphany moment. Because I told you guys that was it last week or the week before? I told you about the kid that I worked with that I had the crush on. He was younger than me, but I didn't do anything about it because I felt weird about it because I was a few years older and he was younger, and I also felt like at the time like I didn't have any prospects. Like I wasn't in college, I wasn't doing anything. I was working a part-time job. I wasn't doing nothing. I didn't have a car. I lived at home with my parents. Like he was getting ready to graduate and go to college and stuff like that, and I just thought like I don't want to hold him back, you know? Even though we were pretty close to the same age. I think like 2 or 3 years apart. The guy that I had the little with who was from the graduating, I'm pretty sure he was the same age as my brother, that they graduated the same year. I'm pretty sure. My brother is 3 years younger than me. And I would have been like 30 at the time. So he would have been like 27. Who the hell is knocking on my door? Y'all, somebody's knocking on my door. Hold on.